Hey Sagittarius, how are you, Seeker? Welcome back to the Existential Shift. If you're new, my name is Morgane. What does May bring along? I'm working with the Rider-Waite Tarot. Messages for Sagittarius, please, for this coming month. Oh, that was fast. 6 of Swords, where are you going? Once the limitations and quarantine is lifted off, going somewhere? Can I come? Where are you going? Work? Fun? Just to clear the mind? Maybe you're realizing where you're at isn't for you after having to be in it for so long. And you're like, once this shit is over, I'm out. Or we're out. Or 7 of Pentacles, whatever it is that you are doing feels to not be quite enough. I mean, it's okay. Some people might be very happy with it. Not for you, not for Saggies, because your mind is not 6 feet away. Your mind is not 100 feet away or 100 miles away. Your mind is planets away. You have a vision because you are a Sagittarius first and foremost. You always have a vision. But there is something that you know for yourself that you're working towards. So you understand that where you're at the moment is a good place to be indeed. But it's a mere stepping stone to what you have in store. And yet, with all this knowing, something about what is currently there for you isn't satisfying you as much as it should be on paper. Something is missing. But what is it? What is this X factor that is missing? Huh, Sagittarius? Will you tell us, cards? Or will I have to keep shuffling? Oh, thank you. Hierophant in the reverse. The structure, system in which you are operating feels, although well-intended, limiting. You hear the explanations, you hear the possibilities, you hear the reasons why things are done the way they are done. And it makes sense, yes, but it does not make magic. And who are you to waste your beautiful self on anything less than magic? Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to stir you away from practical reality. It is the matter of manifestation. The tools to manifest our dreams are our realistic elements. Our body, our mind, our hands, the systems that we live in. But it's starting to get really tight on you. Once again, anyone else would be really satisfied with this. Not you. Not you. Another card in the reverse, 9 of Pentacles. Everything seems so great on paper. Maybe it's the money, maybe it's the status, maybe it's the recognition, maybe it's the belonging. But you feel alone in it. Maybe you want to share it with someone special. Maybe it cost you someone special. Maybe the appearance isn't satisfying you anymore. You're looking for essence. You're looking for inspiration, ideas, values, expansion, teaching, making a change in the world. Queen of Swords. You want to speak truth. You want to share truth. Three of Swords, Empress. Queen of Swords and Empress. Queen of Swords is here. Three of Swords and Empress. Okay. This tells me something. This Three of Swords is attributed to this Queen of Swords. There's something about you or someone around you is feeling heartbroken about the ways of the world. The Empress, although very Venusian and feminine and beautiful, she's also Gaia, Mother Nature, right? The mother of the element, the mother of life. She represents Earth. And with the Queen of Swords, it really connects to matters like global warming, climate change, poverty, animal cruelty. Something, the pain of the Great Mother is the pain of this person. And this could be you, Sagittarius. But there's a feeling of wanting to do more, of taking the elements of creation and divinity and divine feminine, perhaps, and to step it up from the physical, mundane, minor arcana, pentacles, matter-like aspects to a more major arcana, goddess, divine feminine, empress type of energy, which is wider, bigger, more spiritual even, or more of essence. Very heal the world vibes. Not laughing at you, yeah, we need people to think about these things, especially at these times. Oh my. Right after the Empress, the Emperor? This is like the power couple / divine feminine, divine masculine expression within the tarot deck. The Emperor is all the kings. The Empress is all the queens. Both hold all the elements. I know the Empress is attributed with earth and the Emperor with fire, but they are rulers of the elements, right? The Emperor is like the archetype of Zeus, the god of the Olympus and of the gods and of humanity. And she is of Demeter, the goddess of life and nature and gods and humanity. And they kind of match each other in spirit when it comes to really knowing how to tend to their business. These are abundant individuals or abundant energies. It's not sacrificial lambs. They know how to tend to their matters, to their health, to their aesthetics. But they also have responsibility for their community, for their family, for their people. They're very leading energies within a community, a go-to type of home. And when it's enough to have the two of them in a reading to be like, whoa, but to have them kind of come up one after another. So this could be a partnership of some sort. Very likely to be love, because the Empress and the Emperor are husband and wife, but it doesn't have to be. But it's something that sees something in a very specific way and brings to it, each of them brings to it their, their superpower or their abilities or their knowledge. And it's like, it's a good team. So maybe you're teaming up with someone to work on whatever it is that you care about or that you want to share with the world or do for the world even. Beautiful. Show me more, please, for Sagittarius for May. What are you up to? What is Saggy up to? What is this? Show me more about the Empress and the Emperor. What are they doing? If this is love, my special extended for the month is a double pentagram look into you and your person of interest. Love reading. So it's on Vimeo or on Patreon. So you can check that out. I'll do it after this. So let's keep going now. What else can you tell me about this reading? My beautiful Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, intuitively guided. These are general readings. Keep that in mind, right? Oh, too much. Too many cards. What is Saggy working on or wants to work on? What is Two of Swords? And we had the Three of Swords. It's going to be Moon in Libra. There's some Libra Aqua vibes here. But more in a mindset. Idealism, thinking outside of the box. But there's an emotional blockage here with the Two of Swords. Something about the pain this Queen of Swords is experiencing, or this mindset of what is wrong that needs to be addressed, fixed, spoken of, is affecting either you or the other person emotionally. There is something there that needs resolution and tending to. Also, another archetype that is coming up here is parental figure with a child. Now we have the Death card. That might feel unheard or that isn't receiving enough attention. Now the Death card fell underneath the Hierophant in the reverse. And this is very much Taurus Scorpio axis. Okay, the life and death, really. Maybe there are ideas and thoughts of life and death. Maybe you're really going deep into that. Maybe you're starting to have like existential thoughts. Maybe something triggers you to really face something that you've been blocking. And ooh, Three of Pentacles. Well, it's not interfering with your work. If anything, maybe you're actually using it, using your emotional distraught to work with it, as opposed to having it delay you or stop you. You're like, okay, how can I use my pain? How can I use my traumas? How can I use my experiences to bring change and help others and build something from it? I always say energy is energy. Energy is power. Energy is healing. Your pain, your fears, your trauma, all of those aren't to be pushed and suppressed and denied and shamed. Quite the opposite. They're part of your range of experience in this life. They're part of the range of the emotional range. Your heart is where your soul lies. What we feel is the truest thing to ourselves. It's the best compass to lead us to who we truly are, not how we think, how we feel. Not that there's no room for your thoughts, but when it comes to what truly counts and what is real, it's nothing but the moment. So when you use what you truly feel in the moment, without self-judgment, without self-deceit, kind of really reaching deep into it. This is a very, I feel like maybe Pluto retrograding in into Gemini. I'm sorry, Venus retrograding into Gemini, but Pluto is also in retro. Okay, Pluto and Venus are in retro, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure. And I find that it's very meaningful here in this reading for you guys. I think something about going within to your digging deep, aka Pluto, into your Venusian attribute, aka into how you truly feel without shame or guilt, really helps you reach some source of power within you, which is your true emotions, and kind of allows you to work with it, kind of using it to build something. I feel like you're working on something potentially big, Saggy. It could have meaning behind it. It could have essence. You could be bringing your past pain into it, and it requires courage from your end, and it requires shadow work. But you're really, pulling through it and behaving quite strong. Strong, active energies, Mars energies here with the Emperor and the Death card. What is Saggy building? Show me more about this Three of Pentacles, please. One more card for Saggy for me. One more card for Saggy for me. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Wow, so 3 turns into 6. We started with 7 Pentacles, and this one wants to. I'm going to let you look at the cards while I talk, because this is something. I feel like a strong pull on my stomach. Okay. Whoa. So we have some power duos here. And power polarities. Power duo would be the Emperor and the Empress, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, and their best expression. And then we have the Hierophant and the Devil. Now, Hierophant and the Devil both be in the upright. It's not here, but if. They symbolizes the truth versus the lie, the intuition versus the denial, the true guidance versus the false guidance, right? The true prophet versus the deceitful one, okay? They are the polarities, the extreme polarities of the yin and the yang. This is the positive expression of the system. This is the corrupt expression of the system. Now, I wouldn't always talk about the devil this way, but specifically when I get him next to the Hierophant. And now we even have the Hierophant in the reverse. So the devil energy is stronger here. There's a strong, strong need to break out of the chains of the dogma and of the system and behave in complete freedom. Which, I'm not surprised. You're a Sagittarius. You're a sign of freedom, right? Sagittarius that it isn't free. It's like a bird that can't fly. But I can't ignore the other lines here that I have with the other major arcana, because the Devil with the Death card is very Hades, the underworld, the ruler of the kingdom of death, of the subconscious, of everything that is our desires, our hidden wants, our needs, our bodily needs. It's deep, deep earth. It's shameless. It's fearless. It expresses itself without any guilt. It is very beauty oriented, especially with the Empress here, because look, so many archetypes are coming up, okay? Let's go back for a second. I also have the element of the subconscious. The Two of Swords is very subconscious pain being suppressed, right? And the Devil has the aspects of denial, of protection mechanisms, repetition, systematic behavior that is holding us back. not being able to be truthful with ourselves. And I feel like it kind of connects here to the line of the Hierophant in the reverse. There's a sense of self-deceit and inability to see into oneself. It doesn't have to be you. It could be someone that you're dealing with, that you find yourself that you have to work with and make it work somehow, where the balance of power constantly shifts. And it's a very delicate type of work that you have to, like a silver lining, like you're careful with how you behave next to them, because there are things that you ought to do with them, but you have to always be cautious with your communication with them. Someone might be feeling this about you. If you're a cross watcher for a Sag, maybe it's the Sag, right? But there's also elements of difficult childhood that there's, look, these are general readings. Take what resonates, don't take what doesn't. Okay, I'm going to say a lot of things right now, and just maybe all of it will apply to you, maybe some of it will apply to you. So there is an aspect here of childhood trauma when it comes to some childhood abuse, even by either a corrupt leader or parental figure, some sort of figure in power that took advantage of their power over you. And this could be narcissistic abuse with a lot of gaslighting and creating a sense of shame within you. Like there's something wrong with you, while you were always like this idealist, beautiful, sensitive soul that cares about everything. Thus, you were very, as a child especially, maybe prone to abuse because of that. That's one thing that is coming up. Rulers of the underworld, of everything that is hidden, but that is actually the neck that turns the head around. It's the subconscious that creates manifestation, true manifestation. Watch my 13th element, True Secrets of Manifestation. Very important one. Which minute we're at? 22. Okay, I'll remember to put it in the information. True Secrets of Manifestation, where I talk about how the conscious will is just not enough. If that was the case, we'd all be happy, right? There's a reason why we constantly want things but not necessarily getting them, because we keep it in the conscious and the forward part of the mind, and we don't go deep into our subconscious, where the ocean of our psyche is, where we suppress all our shadows and everything that we were taught to be ashamed of, whether by society, by history, by our culture, by our family, whatever. And the only way to truly build worlds is by diving into the deepest realm of all worlds, where in the Greek mythology, it's not like a religious hell, right? It's not where the evil people go to. It's where everybody goes to once they pass on. And it's a way bigger kingdom than the kingdom of life. There's a lot of power there. And there's a lot of truth there. That's the irony. So much truth in the empty matter, in the darkness, in the shadow, because no one is anything other than they truly are, right? So you might say, oh, that's actually more spiritual and more positive because there's no lies there, there's no self-deceit, there's just a full 100% expression of self. And that's where you gotta go. There's a thorn there that needs to be pulled out, and then nothing can stop you, Sag. Seriously, nothing can stop you. This could be a parental situation, issues with the parents. Very likely a mother figure, not necessarily. Now, let's move ahead. Whoa, the devil and the Empress combination. Now we're talking. Lucifer is also known as, the devil is also known as Lucifer Morningstar, because he was Samael, the fallen angel, who was the bearer of light, right? Lucifer means bearer of light. Literally, that's the translation. Luce is light. Okay? And he was ruled by Venus and the morning star. And who the Empress is ruled by? You guessed right. See here? Venus. interesting that the goddess and energy and card of giving and generosity and beauty and devotion and love and healing and life and nature is ruled by the same energy that rules the devil, the underworlds, the what is hidden, the shadows. With this we have corruption. With this we have control. With this we have desire and beauty and passion. So which one of those archetypes is operating right now within you, Saggy, or in this coming month? Dare I say all? Yeah, you guessed it. You don't have to choose one thing that you are unless you want to. You can be infinite as the multiverse because you are a metonymy to the multiverse. You are part of creation, making you creation. And creation is vast and complex and layered. And when you allow yourself to experience yourself fully, admit to yourself what you believe in, what you are curious of, what you want to explore, what you truly feel, whether it's the right thing to do or not the right thing to do. That's when you could start truly cooperating with like-minded people, right? Because as long as you don't know yourself, you'll only attract people who don't know themselves. And how can two people who don't know themselves make anything other than something imbalanced and codependent? When one time one person needs to give to the other and make them feel like shit, or vice versa in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse minus the Six of Pentacles, that is positive and benefic yet imbalanced, is the Three of Pentacles. The less pentacles that are more true, that is the thing that won't lead you to a 10 of Pentacles. No. It will lead you to Empress, Emperor. It's like far beyond a 10 of Pentacles, although the 10 of Pentacles, it's not here on the table, but it's like the embodiment of bliss in the world of reality, right? This is the embodiment of bliss in the world of reality and the world of fantasy. In the world of life and in the world of death, in the world of light and in the world of shadow. Notice, look at the card. Everything means something in the tarot. Why is it dark in the background? Because matter can only exist within the empty matter. Because water can only fill up an empty cup. Because something true and stable and bright can only be built where there's pure empty space for it. How do you create pure empty space? You cut off the bullshit. Bullshit people in your life. Bullshit denial mechanism within yourself. I'm just really enjoying this reading, although this should be enough. I'm going to pull out Animal Spirit right after this, but I really feel like pulling out one more card. Guys, check out Karmic Shift and Liberation. Check out Tarot Masterclass. And most importantly, check out Patreon, where you can have all the extended for unlimited streaming, but also the Karmic Shift and Liberation for unlimited streaming, and also other yummy stuff like daily rune messages, lunar love readings. It's a community that I started that I'm really enjoying, and we're having a lot of fun there. So thank you to my patrons who have joined there and connect with me. And you are more than welcomed to go there if you haven't yet. It's a monthly membership that you can cancel anytime. But it's all still available on Vimeo for separate purchases, so worry not. Okay. One more card for my fascinating Saggies, please, for the month of May. Anything else I need to tell them? Oh, Ace of Swords. Yes. Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. I love that we're going from 3 of Swords to 2 of Swords to Ace of Swords. I mean, 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords. What brings us the one and only Excalibur? The Queen of Swords. Truth. Speaking your truth even if your voice shakes, even if your heart breaks. This is cutting through the lies and the deceit. This is going from denial to super awareness. This is going from just wanting to escape and take a break or feeling like something is missing to found it. You're going to feel like you found the it factor in May, in this coming month, or as you're watching this. So come back to this reading 2-3 weeks from now. But something is going to click. It's like, found it. Is it an idea? Is it a person? Is it a self? Is it a better future? Now I'm just noticing we have 2 6s. Is it balance? Yes. I love doing this. 3, 2, 1. How can I not do this? There are some power struggles. You will have to put someone in their place, seemingly. It will feel uncomfortable, but you know it's what you need to do. It's actually 3 6s in a way. And 3 3s in a way and 3 6s in a way. Because 15 is 6. Three, two, one, boom. Something that really occupied your heart will go into mellow, kind of, what's the word? Indifferent mode, into completely out of it and free of it. Something that caused you worry or anxiety, you turn it into teaching, truth of some sort. You transmute your pain into energy. Beautiful. And a system that you belong to is either changing or you're moving to a different one. Something a little bit outside of the norm. You're like there's something very creative that you're stepping into that might not have everyone's support, but you know you got to do it. It's like, it's been working. Why do you need to change it? Because you know that even though you have something good, you can have something great. You feel it in your bones. You feel it in your bones. And this is just not enough. This could be a beautiful partner that is a checklist in every single way possible, but you're just not feeling it. Maybe you're with them just because of that. And And this could be someone that actually embodies the essence of everything that you're looking for. And from there, they'll actually also have, if you choose essence, you'll discover that that essence also has the status. But if you choose the status, you discover that it doesn't really have the essence, that thus losing the status in a way. I don't know. I hope this makes sense. It could apply to so many things, so just take it as it resonates. 3 6 of Swords, 3 6 of Pentacles. The synchronicity in the tarot just never ceases to amaze me. It's like a lot of creative work. A lot of creative work. And someone might feel a little bit like they're not doing enough of what they want to do, or they feel a little bit excluded, or they feel like they're not as heard as they would want to be. I don't know if it's someone that should be heard more than you give them, or should not be heard as much as you let them. That depends on your situation, Saggy. There's Taurus here, very strong Taurus here. There's Capricorn energy, there's Libra energy, Scorpio, Aries, Mars type of energy. Okay, I'm going to continue this. Well, I'm going to focus on love in the extended, so we'll see what happens, what the cards will show. But let's pull out Animal Spirit for you guys. Let's look at each other. Let's talk. Animal Spirit for Saggy for me. That's better. Let me take a sip of water. Animal Spirit for Saggy for May, please. Hummingbird. Let's pull one more. One more for Hummingbird for Saggy for May. It's air energy, more air elements. One more Animal Spirit, please, for Saggy. Great. Raccoon. What an interesting combination. I don't think I've ever had any of these cards come out. Okay, there's a very gentle spirit around you, Saggy, that they're a little bit shy next to you. And there's a lot they want to tell you and share with you, but they're not, because they feel like they don't want to, I don't know, there's a shy energy here, or there's like a little bit insecure energy when they're looking at you like, I want to say all these things, but I don't feel like I can't. It's like interesting. It's kind of cute. It's like someone who has a lot to contribute and has a lot to say and has a lot of great ideas isn't heard as much as they would like to, or as much as they should. I don't know if it's because they're shy, or because they're too humble even, or they just don't know how to express it, or other people kind of always kind of jump ahead and then they don't get a chance to express it, or something about them seems more simple than they actually are. It's like one of those people who are very quiet, or don't really share as much about their ideas or their thoughts, but if you actually sit, the crow, that's a confirmation, but if you sit with them for a real conversation and make them feel like they can open up and talk to you, you'll discover worlds that you're like, that will get you blown away. Like your mind will be like, whoa, where is this coming from? How do you even, I didn't know you think like that. I didn't know you have that in your mind. It's like very The crow is very metaphysical. It's very occultist. It's very dream space. It's very magic oriented. It's a messenger. It's a messenger of all kinds of energies and all kinds of worlds. It's very much like Hermes from the Greek mythology or Mercury from the Roman mythology. They're the same. Just different names where they convey messages between different energies, entities, worlds, gods to humans, and so on. So this crow / raccoon here, so it's someone that looks like a raccoon, the type that quiet and shy, where you don't really know what goes on in their head. It's not because they're hiding something. They're very truthful and open-hearted and open-minded. It's just something about their essence is like calm and shy. But if you dig deep or just sit with them and let them talk, like a stream of consciousness type of talk, you'll be like, whoa, can I write this down? Kind of thing. So that's really cool. This might be you, Saggy, and someone else is experiencing that with you. It's also a possibility. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you. Subscribe if you haven't. Press the bell button, even if you've already subscribed, just to receive notifications. I'll see you in a second in the extended. All the links to the yummy stuff are below. Mwah.